Hey y'all, welcome to Ashley's Try to 12. How you doing? What's up, you guys? It is 3:21 a.m. where I am. So if you're up with me, get in them chats, get in that chat and show some love. You can put anything. Say hi. Say anything. So we're gonna get into this transmission. This is a transmission. History being repeated. It's hot. Let's turn that off. I feel like silence is a lot better for this transmission that we're going to be going into. And yeah. It's one of them ones, y'all. I'm going to get into it so we won't be on here forever and a day. I probably gonna burn this to the last of the last. I don't know why. Yeah, because it's just hot in here. I don't know. So grateful and thankful to be in the place where I am right now, mentally, spiritually, physically, ultimately grounded and rooted in my peace and my power. Yeah, most definitely. From the rooty to the tooty, you know? And it feels good. It feels really good. 33 can be significant. We've been very intentionable, you know? We're going to get this done. We're going to get this out. This is a very interesting transmission. Very interesting. And I will have to explain it to you guys how it happened from beginning to present. Because it never truly ends, right? I got me some Folgers coffee. And we're going to get up in here. And I'm going to do what I do. So, the names has been changed to protect the innocence. Y'all remember that song by E40? He was like, the names have been changed to protect the innocent. But it was like a Lieutenant Rostabach. That song might be significant. Because, I feel like I'm hearing like you got to take this shit with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? Like you literally have to be, reposition yourself. You know what I'm saying? Release yourself. Relinquish the chains, from whatever. And you may constantly have to do that throughout the day, throughout your life, but it's okay because it's a healthy way of living. You know what I'm saying? Um, you should never get, uh, tired of cleansing your energy, your space, and changing and redirecting your thoughts, um, repositioning yourself. Change is constant. And sometimes we don't even have control over it, you know? So let's see what came out. So yesterday, what's up, you guys? What's up? Know that when you come over here, you are on a divine line with Source. You are on a secure line, okay? It is safe here, all right? You good up in here. You direct your energy over here. It's going through a clear, I don't know why I just seen, it's going through a clairvoyant energy, making its way through through. And the messages that you need will come through too, right? So just trust and believe, right? I would say trust and know, but everybody's at different stages on their journey. So let's get into this. So yesterday, I was hearing Priscilla. So I'm like, Priscilla. So you see, you guys, now it's hot. What I got on here? I ain't got one of those bras on. So now, you guys, when I hear names, I just take them down, because I've been shown over space that these names don't just come from nowhere. And you know what I'm saying? Like, names, when you get a name, jot it down. You never know. It could have been someone from a past life contacting you, and they're going to come and show themselves in a different way. Be very aware. And let's see how this play out in the mainstream. Even though I don't watch the news or nothing like that, but I do be on social media. I got a phone, like I'm connected to the internet, right? Let's just see how things pan out, because this is very interesting what I'm going to share with y'all, what came up. And then for me to keep going and I trusted my intuition. I trusted again, you guys. I trust now. I trust. I didn't used to even trust myself. I trust myself. You know how much work it took for that? Good grief. The little girl in me is on the couch like Jerry Maguire in that movie, like, yes, we did it. We did it. She's so happy. Okay. Okay, so Priscilla came up. You could know somebody named Priscilla. Your name could be Priscilla. Priscilla could be significant with you. The Priscilla that they drew me to when I put her name in. Because I'm like, well, damn, I ain't never heard Priscilla in the Bible. Maybe that name, Priscilla, could flip and turn into something else. I didn't even check that. It probably could. And it could be in one of these Bibles. You never know. Priscilla could be in one of these Bibles, and the name was changed. You never know. But guess what Priscilla came up? Priscilla Presley. Now, all this talk about the divine feminine energy is getting more and more attention on it. This energy is causing, or it's bringing forth energy from others to interact with it. So this have to be something, right? Something real, with something more than what a man can express when it comes to the divine feminine energy, right? Because it expresses itself. It also expresses itself through those who have, accepted oneself in that divine aspect, right? Whether it be masculine or feminine, right? Because we carry both, right? So Priscilla Presley came up. Priscilla Presley is 81 years old. 81 breaks down to 9. 9 talks about completions. Just watch how all this come together, right? Because I don't even know how it's gonna come together, y'all. I just got the material together. I just was obedient to what I felt inside. I was obedient to what I was being shown, and I didn't hesitate on getting this shit down, taking my time, and getting it out to you guys. So Priscilla Presley, she's 81 years old right now. She's still here. Okay, you can always go look her up. Her birthday is May 24th. So she's a Taurus. May 24th, and she was born on 1945. Miss Presley was born 1945. She was married to Elvis Presley between 1967. If these dates are significant, if these dates ring a bell, if it was a mother's, a father's, you guys, this message is for you. If this was a grandmother's, even if it's the year you were born, or the month, something if it's significant to you, okay, just listen. Then this message is for you. All right? Don't be so quick to place judgment. Sometimes you just gotta silence yourself and silence your mind and continue to reiterate to yourself, become present, and listen. Clear the mind. No foggy minds over here, okay? Foggy minds talk too much. Foggy minds bring too much bullshit. So let me keep going because I gotta say. Okay, so Priscilla oversaw the public opening of Graceland. So, Elvis Presley home is a museum, and that's where they go to see his workings, his things that he have. It's a trip because it was a movie that I seen this year. It was like I'm not gonna necessarily say it was a movie. It was like a series, and the lady, everything had shut down, but the lady she was like she was one of those individuals who show people around the museum and things like that. And so when everything had stopped, and in this movie that I'm talking about, I forgot the name of it, you guys. Y'all probably get it once I explain it more. She ended up staying there, and nobody ever went there to, you know what I'm saying? Even though it was all of these different things happening, the world had completely shut down. Now, just listen to this, though. The world had completely shut down in this movie. Okay? Everybody was living off the grid because everything stopped working. Okay? There was nothing. Okay? People were taking people. There were people living good and there were people living bad. Let's just say that, right? So one day these guys came across there. She hadn't been around people in so long that she had tapped out of the physicality part of life. You get what I'm saying? Like, the human body really do need touch. The human body really do need these different essential things that the world gives to it, or that human to human give to each other. It's very necessary because it can affect different motor skills. It also can affect your connection with others, with the divine. I wouldn't necessarily say affect your connection with the divine. You can most definitely have some functionings that's because you're both. So you would be too much in the spiritual realm. You too much in the spiritual realm, then that's kind of like you being in your head, you being inside and not being out and experiencing, the world and others, which is something that we're supposed to do, right? So these guys come upon and they basically prove to her like they're not trying to hurt her. They just need to stay there. Thank you. They just need to stay there and for a few nights, and then they was gonna leave. So she ended up having engagement with one of the men and getting pregnant in this series. Damn, I forgot what the name is. It's something significant about that. But that was the whole spot was that Elvis Presley. It was the Elvis Presley house. When it happened, that's where she ended up bunkering down at. Okay, I didn't even think about that movie until just now. I'm channeling. So Priscilla, listen, y'all. So Priscilla married Elvis Presley at 14 years old, right? Elvis Presley was 23. When you break 14 down, that's 5. When you break 23 down, that's 5. That's 55 right there, right? Just listen to me. Just stay with me, y'all. This is good. Okay. Oh, yeah. 1013 is significant as well. Because when I was channeling, 1013 came up, okay? So 1013 is significant. We know 13 is a very, very hieroglyphic number, right? Oh, let me get to it. Let's see what they're telling us. Let's see what your ancestors is telling you. They've been telling you this for a long time. You just didn't listen. You wasn't listening. We wasn't listening. But now this is a warning. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like it's a warning for everybody. Because I was like, man, my nose starting to itch. Hold on. Let's get to it so we can get through it. First one. Let's do Miss Priscilla. First of all, this is Priscilla right here. That's Priscilla. That's Elvis Presley's wife, the one that he married when she was 14 and he was 23 years old. She looked pretty happy. I'm not saying anything, you know what I'm saying? She looked like she was pretty happy. But, you know, we don't know because people be, I mean, she was marrying Elvis Presley. That don't mean nothing. He could have been ruthless, you know what I'm saying? But here goes some more pictures of her. She was a beautiful woman. She looked like she's, you know, I don't want to be judgmental, so I'm not even going to say all of that because that's not what this is about, for me to say anything to bash her or to place judgment on her or anything. She's still alive right now. Like I said, she's 81 years old, which breaks down to 9, which is a completion, right? And I'm going to give you a little bit of information. It says born May 24th, 1945 in Brooklyn, Neville. It's a trip because it says she was born somewhere else when I had looked somewhere else, but I digress. I read all of that to y'all. Hold on. Okay, listen to this. It says Priscilla Ann Presley is an actress, author, producer, and businesswoman. She's best known as the former wife of Elvis Presley, to whom she was married from 1967 to 1973, after his death in 1977. These dates these years could be significant, you guys. All right. It says she became the executor of his estate, Graceland, right? And transformed it into multi-million-dollar tourist attraction. She also grew the Presley estate into a successful organization that includes merchandising, licensing, music, publishing, and TV and video. And I'm not going to even say nothing. I'm just going to keep going because my nose itching now. So I'm going to keep going. They're telling me to keep going, right? Boom. Now watch this, y'all. It was, oh, shit. Hold on. This was a big one. This was a big fish. This ain't for everybody. I tell you that much. Okay. So then I channeled, I said this the other day to y'all. I said, I keep hearing Holocaust. Y'all remember, you can go back on my videos and y'all remember me saying that. And then I heard it again today. So I heard Priscilla, I would say like on the 22nd, but I was like, okay. And then I heard it again yesterday. So I came, sit at my desk. Okay, what's up with Priscilla? And Priscilla Presley came in. But then I automatically seen the connection. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to tell y'all where the connection was in and where I seen it at. That don't even matter. Just listen to the message. So it says Holocaust. I kept hearing Holocaust, right? What was I looking at? Oh, boom, boom, boom. Listen. You guys, listen to this. This shit is serious. Let me stop. Because I was very interested. I am not surprised anymore for the things that will be shown. I am not surprised for the things that came out that we've been unaware of. I'm not surprised of none of this shit. I'm no longer surprised. First of all, I'm just grateful. You know what I'm saying? And thankful. Because the more and more I open up to the truth of the matter, and knowing that I don't have no control, and relinquishing control, and relinquishing my control that I thought that I had over creating this world that was not real. This material world that's not real. You get what I'm saying? The more and more I'm able to step out on business, because I'm not stepping into the material world, just the material world. I'm stepping into all worlds that I belong in. 10 toes. Listen to this. And y'all go back and watch my videos. I kept saying Holocaust, Holocaust, Holocaust. This shit blew me back because it says the Holocaust was the systematic state sponsored murder, sponsored MUR, you know what I'm talking about, pow pow, of 6 million European Jews, right? They unalived 6 million European Jews and millions, and I don't want to hear in the comments, oh, they wasn't really the Jews. It doesn't matter. They still were human. They still were humans. It doesn't matter what name or label was placed on them. That's how they be playing with y'all heads. And then you agree to some shit, which makes you just as wrong as them. Oh, it's okay, it happened to that group of people because this happened and because their leader did this and all this shit. They're still human. If a motherfucker came and walked in your house and blew your wife head off or your husband head off or your motherfucking kid's head off, how would you feel? You wouldn't want to put no label on it. And if and you furthermore, you probably wouldn't want no justice through the justice system, because you know it ain't gonna be no justice depending on what label is on that motherfucking birth certificate you got. That's why shut the fuck up right now. It's too much fire going on. There's too many fires going on for motherfuckers to be talking. Motherfuckers need to be learning or trying to figure out how to keep the fire inside of you tamed so that it won't self-destruct. Because that's what motherfuckers is doing right now. Self-destruct. And it's so easy to do it. It's so easy to get triggered. And that's what the enemy is using. That's what the enemy is using. By mind manipulation. And that shit is real. Motherfuckers be mind manipulating and don't even be aware of it. Don't even be aware of it. Listen, I ain't gonna stop again. It says the Holocaust was the systematic state-sponsored MUR, state, it's a trip how they say state-sponsored. Anyways, of 6 million European Jews and millions of others by the Nazi regime and its collaborators between 1933 in 1945. Now remember that. Put a pin in that 1940. Put a pin in 1933 and 1945. I'm finna break this shit down for y'all. How this shit got something to do with what's going on right now. Y'all can like and share this shit for real. Because people need to know what's up. Because I'm gonna tell the whole truth and I'm gonna put this shit out. And I don't give a fuck. It says the word comes from Greek holocauston, meaning a burnt sacrifice. You can learn more through it says the Shah. It says the Hebrew term for the catastrophe, I don't know what that word is, often used specifically for the attempt to annihilate the Jewish people. Time frame lasted from January 30th, 1933, when Adolf Hitler took power in Germany. Mind you, Adolf Hitler grandfather is, they changed their name. They changed when his grandfather had when his grandfather had him with the maid at the house. They changed his last name. They changed all their last names. So that family is still connected to, they all family. Okay? So look it, keep going. His name just changed. No, he wasn't a fucking look, that don't even matter. Took power in Germany. So look at y'all, look at this shit. Adolf Hitler took power in Germany to May 8th, 1945, to end of World War II in Europe. It says death toll. It says approximately 6 million Jews, listen to the numbers, around 2/3 of Europe, Jewish population were unalived. In addition to the Jewish population, the Nazis targeted other groups of racial, political, ideological or biological reason, right? That means they wasn't just hitting. First of all, they didn't care who they was hitting. The label didn't, that shit didn't mean nothing. It didn't matter who they was hitting, whatever they needed to hit to get a statement out there to cause fear, but also to shift into something else. And if you knock motherfuckers, if you knock some shit back, if you go into the hood and you want to take over a hood, you got to go you got to go unalive the big heads. The niggas who, the overseers of the hood. You know what I'm saying? At least that's how we did it in our hood. All of the old, I'm not going to say all, but majority of the OGs in my hood is either they gone, either they unalived or they in jail. So you go hit you know what I'm saying? You go hit the big heads, right? You wipe them out, and then you go back in there like, oh, them my people. But you act like them your people, and you act like, and you can even move others in there and say, oh, that's their grandchild. That's they damn, that's crazy. That's their grandchild. So that would be, let's say it's the Jews or, the Nazis or whatever the case may be. Oh, the Nazis was the ones who targeted the Jews. My bad. But let's say it's the Jews, and they wipe the whole civilization of the Jews out, and then they bring new people in and say that they are Jews. But they're really not the Jews. They're not the originals of the land. They weren't even the originals. This is how demonic this shit is, because they created these individuals. These motherfuckers they the one who made the plantations to reproduce individuals in that land space. They already had unalived the original individuals that was there. So that bloodline had already been pushed out. It was a little bit of that bloodline, but every 3 years or every 3 centuries, the divine feminine energy leaves the body. So they have to wipe everybody out and bring more back in. Peep, listen, right? Pay attention to the dates, y'all. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. It says, in addition to the Jewish population, the Nazis targeted other groups of racial. So, and that's another thing I want to say. Just let me keep going. Racial, political, ideological, or biological reasons. Biological. Roman people with physical and intellectual disabilities. Soviet, listen though. In the United States, I don't know why they keep saying the UK now, but in the United States, I'm talking about the United States though. In the United States, they've been targeting people with physical and intellectual disabilities. They're taking them to concentration camps, y'all. That's what they've been doing over here in the United States. And they probably doing it in other states and countries and shit. I'm sure they are. But listen, I digress. Soviet prisoners of war, because they have Soviet prisoners of war. Soviet prisoners of war would be, it's so many of them who actually are chiefs and actually know the land and know things that they don't want us to know, so they imprison them, right? Political distance. This is wiping out the whole, listen, political distance. Because you're going to be like, well, damn, what Priscilla Presley got to do with that? Watch this. Political distance and trade unity. Is it UNIONIST? Homosexual man, even though they're the biggest homosexuals. And Jehovah Witnesses. They basically named everybody. But they don't, this is how sick they are. They said people with disability. And then if you look, is y'all seeing how in the United States, they like, oh, Well, if you receive SSI or Social Security and you get disability, they want to pass a bill where they take that and they put you in a home. But really, it's going to be a concentration camp. So all the elderly people, they want them in concentration camps. All of the people with mental, how is this okay? With mental disabilities. And I'm not saying like I'm not trying to save the world or anything, but this is master, right? This is the motherfucker that you get up every day and go work for and give your motherfucking tax dollars to. And then drive through traffic mad, triggering other people, spirits, and souls next to yours. Now you have an intertwinement and you in your car and don't even know you have an intertwinement just by cussing that person out and feeling how you feeling. You underpaid, you stressed out. You get what I'm saying? How you guys doing? It says outside of historical events, a Holocaust is a general term for through destruction or a mass slaughter on a mass scale such as a nuclear holocaust. What the fuck did I say earlier? What the fuck did I say in that other one? See, and I'm not even gonna say too much on here, bro. These motherfuckers, it's not even about that. It's not even about that. It's a trip seeing it. Let me keep going. Because this is not it. Because, see, my other phone, y'all, listen, it even said the Holocaust of the ghettos. It said the ghettos, y'all. Who created the ghettos? I'm not saying it was one person, but who came up with the ghettos? Bring them close together, the gumbo. That's where gumbo came from. Y'all think gumbo came from down south and shit? No. They created that shit. The gumbo. Okay, let me see something. Is they gonna give it to me the whole thing? Damn. It says, okay, let me see if it says outside of historical. Okay, so let me go back up here before I press on that because so look it says lasted from, okay, so it says time frame. So this Holocaust lasted from, and listen, so earlier I was talking to somebody and I was like, I'm like, shit is queasy right now, right? When I say that, I'm talking about like in the hood. It's like it's a lot of young kids that's unaliving each other in my hood, and we was talking about that or whatever. And I was like, that's a trip because I seen that shit a couple of years ago, and I felt that shit, and I was like, it's gonna be. Matter of fact, last year I said this year it's gonna be. I said probably up into. I said February, so January, February, most likely up until May. It's something about present up until May, and things happening, and it's not so much as mass destruction with it's basically psychological warfare. That's how they gonna get a lot of people gone. Psychological warfare. Also, so the 1945, and you probably like, well, how did Priscilla come into this? And I didn't even think, y'all, on everything, y'all. I was not thinking about that movie until I got on here. Priscilla was born in 1945. And look, it says it lasted from January 3rd, 1933, when Adolf Hitler took power in Germany, to May 8th, 1945, the end of World War II. She was born May 24th, 1945. Priscilla. Look at how they be. I ain't never even know this lady. But that movie, y'all, that show that I watched, this is what they were showing me because they didn't show me everything earlier. But it said more when on my Apple phone. It was way more. It was way more information, y'all. It talked about the ghettos. It talked about. I'm talking about. It talked about everybody. This is how. And still people won't be aware. Like, you got to know. Like, you just have to fucking know. You get what I'm saying? And it's nothing to be afraid of. They've been doing this shit. The only thing is this time is different, right? It's different. I don't know if that's all they want me to share with you guys. The number 14 is significant. 23 is significant as well. And you know, fives talk about change, right? Let me see, where my shit at? Because I might just have to. So that's what's going on right now. This is, we're in the Holocaust, the modern day Holocaust, or what they are presuming to do, and being who they are. It's the same players, the same individuals. And when now it's just for me to talk. Yeah. That movie, I will find that movie and I will post that movie. You guys need to watch it. Everybody was gone. It was nothing. Everybody was gone. Everybody had, but it was different space. It was different places that was set up, and they was different bunkers and things like that. Damn, I don't know the name of that. I don't know the name of that movie at all. I gotta find it. It should be in my watch list. So since we got 55 from Priscilla and from Elvis Presley, I for sure would have did my homework, but I promise y'all that movie didn't come up. I promise y'all that movie did not come up until I got on here and started channeling. But that movie, that show is significant. I gotta get it. I'm gonna post it. I gotta find it. I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember watching it. And the girl was in Elvis Presley. That's where she bunkered at. Because when everything hit, that's where she was at. She was at work. And then everybody just started going crazy. She had spent so much time by herself. Like, she would have to, and it was a lady with her. It was a copper lady with her, but she passed because it was so cold. Hey, y'all, remember when I was saying that it was gonna be real cold, like for the winter. The winter is gonna be an unusual cold, and like cold is produced by man, because the earth is constantly, moving. So, like the earth crust, it's always hot. It's very extremely hot. So that's produced by man. And so that's what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to attempt to have it very, very cold, right? And when it's cold, look how red my nose is. The thought process, or being able to just do things. But the lady, yes, she froze. She froze. The copper lady froze. Okay, so let me keep going. So something about weather as well is coming up. The beginning, they've been starting this though. It's other places, y'all, where this is already happening that they just haven't. And then you guys, I'm gonna share what I got from my Apple phone. So I promise I got y'all. As soon as I get off of here, I'm gonna share it. But it also talked about it has showed some other stuff on there. Wow. Okay, so let me see. It says take care of yourself. 55. Look, that's what we on. I'm finna see something real quick, because she married Elvis Presley. Priscilla married Elvis Presley when she was 14. That's 5, 3, 4, 5. He was 23 when they got married. That's another 5. So I'm 55 right there, boom. So it says a major message for you to take care of yourself. It says if you are seeing the 55 angle, it say angel, but let's say ancestor number pattern, this is the time to pause and look after yourself. Since five energies promise change and potential potential challenges. It says it is essential to take care of yourself and pursue balance in your life. Not only should you try to eat healthy foods, drink lots of water, and get plenty of sleep, but I'm telling you, the energy is getting us ready for something. You know how your mama, like, or if you a mother or parent, you get your child up and you get your child ready to go to school. You get your kids ready for what's coming next. You get your kids ready for the world. Because either you're going to do it or you're going to allow them to do it for you is what I'm picking up. And they're not getting you ready. They're going to get you ready to transition. So that because if you're not right, and I ain't talking about right with an entity outside of you. I'm talking about if you're not ready and locked down and grounded, you're not going to be able to think through the coldness. Even if they perform some heat shit and they system, because they systems is down and that shit don't work and it just get hella hot. So extremely hot or extremely cold with nothing to eat. It's nothing to drink. If you've been seeing hella parasite cleansing coming up on your timeline, that's how you know you tapped in. Spirit like, look, they's already altered the body. They found ways to alter the body. They polluted the same air that they breathe in with pathogens and things of that nature. Obviously, their bodies can take it. Obviously, their bodies can take it. Obviously, they're not human, right? They're inhumane. Or they have things to heal their illnesses. I mean, they live for thousands and thousands of years. I can't see them getting sick off the same thing we get sick off of because we were created in a totally different structure than them. I mean, alligators and shit is in the dirty water in the bayou and shit, and they can live in that water. They drinking babies and humans and eating humans and shit. So I'm pretty sure they can take that their bodies recalibrate differently than ours. So they know just what to put in the food. They know just what to put, and they know if they overdose us, then our system will completely shut down in certain levels of temperatures, depending on where we are. And if you took that shot, I don't even want to scare you. Let me keep going. Not only should you try to eat healthy foods, drink lots of water, and get plenty of sleep. And that's another thing too. They always say drink lots of water. You can go without water for a long time, for a very long time. You could watch Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi went without food and water for a long time. It's people that don't drink water at all. They're very healthy though. They're very fit. You know what I'm saying? It's levels to this shit. It needs to be done for the time is at hand. Right? Because they not stopping nothing. What they doing, they moving fast with it. Because we caught on. So they're going to move fast. But as we move, if you're doing something, if you're doing the things, the essential things that you need to do so that you can survive whatever is to come, because we don't know how this shit going to turn out. We don't know how it's going to happen, in what order and what line or whatever the case may be. You just want to be ready. So you ain't got to get ready, right? I can tell you this as being who I am and from experience, you most definitely will be graced with space. And I'm going to leave it at that. Okay? So no matter how fast they move, you will be able to honor what it is that you need to do before it hit. I guarantee you. And you will see how things, you know what I'm saying? Without me saying too much on here. All right? So I don't know if y'all paid attention to. I ain't gonna say nothing. But anyways, and get plenty of water. But you should also take the opportunity to undergo spiritual cleansing. Let go of negative past experiences. Forgive those who have wronged you. And bury old grudges that are distracting you. Five energies represent change, but not all change is good. So you need to take this moment to prepare yourself for whatever challenges or opportunities are coming your way. And you know what's crazy, y'all? Because that shit get me like, this shit crazy. Like, let me just like, you know what's a trip, y'all? Because before, when I channeled Priscilla name like 2-3 days ago. I was out. I'm like, who is Priscilla? So then I'm on the couch yesterday. Priscilla. I'm like, who? I said, okay, I'm gonna do a live and I'm gonna say Priscilla. Something told me to go to my phone, look Priscilla up. So I look Priscilla up. They like Priscilla Presley. I'm like, nah. I'm gonna find a movie for y'all. 1945, her birthday. 1945 was when the last Holocaust hit. May 8th, to be exact. I can go deeper, y'all, and come back. Cause all these numbers will get you going. I could go deeper. I don't think I need to go no deeper because I feel like this right here. See, it was never meant to be hard to get the answers. The answers is right in front of us. It was never supposed to be hard or no 9 to 5 type shit. You get what I'm saying? No, I'm willing to die for this shit. I'm not willing to die to stay in that fucking system and to continue to be fed garbage. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a fucking dumpster because that's how they treat the divine feminine energy. And anybody and any man that's doing that, you might not want to be around them when this shit hit. You might not want to be because they going to start tweaking out. They already been tweaking out, unaliving women, doing weird shit. I just seen the other day, this boy, he 15, 16 years old. Man, he unalived his baby mama. He pow her in the head. The daughter in the house. He got away with it for a while though, y'all. I'm talking about he showed up to the funeral. He was a pallbearer, I believe. I'm talking about he making posts. I'm talking about this what they do, but that ain't shit. I mean, what happened to my, I'm not saying that. I didn't mean to say that ain't shit. I didn't mean to say that. People been doing that. Motherfuckers been doing that. Walk you straight to the grave and then be standing next to your mama like, hey, bruh. You know, standing to your mama like, I love you. If you need any help. Now he ready to run your mama. He don't give a fuck. He the one who took you to your grave. Because that's what's happening. And then people think that these towers and shit, mind you, a lot of these young niggas was in jail for 2-3 years. They just got out of jail. They released them. They released a lot of young dudes that didn't get any help. They didn't get any help. And I know this for a fact because I'm from the hood and I still talk to people from the hood. They just didn't release. It's hella people that's been getting unalive from my hood. And from between the Bay, just the Bay period, the whole Bay. And I had to think about that shit earlier. And I said, these niggas been in jail for 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Young. Went to jail when they was 12. From there, they got charged as an adult, sent to prison. And guess what, y'all? They all had that shot. And you know what them towers do to them shots and the manipulation that it brings to the mind. That's what them towers is for. Them towers ain't got shit to do with, because in Indiana, the towers is working. Go look it up. The towers is working, but they don't got no lights. They don't got nothing. They phones, everything is down. Nothing. But the towers work? Interesting. Let me keep going. But look at how this, y'all, I ain't read this. I'm reading this with y'all. But look what it say. Does this not sound like a preparation? Listen, I ain't gonna stop again. It says not only should you try to eat healthy foods, drink lots of water, and get plenty of sleep, but you should also take this opportunity to undergo spiritual cleansing. Let go of negative past experience, forgive those who have wronged you, and bury old grudges that are distracting you. Five's energies represent change, but not all change is good. So you need to take this moment to prepare yourself for whatever challenges or opportunities are coming your way. Without physical and spiritual balance, the transition of five's energy may cause you to spiral out of control. Drawing on the power of one. 5 plus 5 is 10, equaling 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 55 is telling you, don't be afraid. What I be? That shit gave me A. When I had channeled the Priscilla and all of this, and I started reading from my iPhone, I was reading everything, y'all. You don't know the sense of sadness that I got, like the sense of sadness that I got inside, because I felt all that was coming. It has to happen. It's nothing we can do to stop whatever, however. Nobody knows how it's going to happen. Nobody knows what state they're going to be in after it happened, if you're going to even be here. But God damn it. Why not go out with a fight for yourself? Why not go out with a bang if you're going to go out? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like on some real shit. And really stand on business when it come to you, though. Even if it's for the last time. Even if it's for the first time. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about proving shit to nobody. Because at this point, don't nobody even matter. Nobody exists in my fucking world because I have to protect my family. I can't even look towards my kids right now. I can only look towards myself and within myself so that they will do the same thing if something do happen to me. So that they would know what to do and where to go get the answers. And here. Fuck what they talking about. Forget what's going on out there. Void that out. Because this is telling right here. All of it is telling. It says, what your future holds, positive or negative. Change and challenges. Gotta go hard. It says hydrate and eat well. Be sure to get a full 8 hours of sleep. And this is for the women, y'all, because I'm telling you, I'm seeing them like really working the women energy out, the physical women, like attempting to have you working hella hours, 12-hour shifts, just manipulating the energy with the divine feminine so you can operate fully in your masculine energy so your nervous system can be knocked off. If your nervous system is knocked off and you're operating in that, there's no way that you're getting real divine downloads. They may come through you and you may be missing a lot of them as well. So a lot of them may be blocked because that do block it, because we're not supposed to be working no motherfucker. Our bodies was not made and equipped for us to be working no motherfucking 12 and 8 hours. I don't fuck what nobody say. Not even easy work. We're nurturers. We're supposed to be nurturing the land, nurturing whatever it is, nurturing our children, nurturing, making sure we're around the comfortability of living space. You get what I'm saying? For our offspring, right? It says through journaling and other forms of therapy, process grudges. Okay? And then it's a trip. It says repeating number 69. That's 6996. You know they're my numbers, y'all. It's Piscean energy. That's giving me balance. That's giving me balance because we most definitely are operating in our the masculine energy is here. Fire is here. Father is here. And Father is coming and he's not doing no plan. And if you're not able to go into, like, people be talking about what they'll do and how they'll do it, including me, if you're not ready, I do see him swiping you up. Like, come on, you could work from this side. Then you could work over here. Yeah, because you're not disqualified just because you're not able to physically, and you're not physically fit to be on the front lines. It's other things that you do. It's other gifts that you have. So don't feel like, oh my goodness, I gotta make sure that I put things as simple as possible. They said it's simple as light, because they don't want nothing to be heavy on you. It's never meant for anything to be heavy on you. It's so much space. It's so broad. It's so many wonderful things that you can do if you don't want to do this, or if you're not up to doing this. And you have options. It just may be a transition. It may be a scary transition, because you don't know how it's going to what it's going to transition to be. But that's no worries, because it's no such thing as death. And when you transition from here, you don't even remember the feeling of the transition if you don't have no ties or no cords connected to the physical realm, the material realm, to other souls that you haven't released or let go of. Now, if you got hold on to some shit, then yeah, you're gonna be constrained to that, right? Come on, y'all gotta. This shit ain't hard to get. It just was hidden from us. It's easy because it's in us. You get what I'm saying? It says a major message for you. It says great change is coming. Make it happen. It says change is coming. It says like all five 555 amplifies a message about oncoming transformation through challenge and change, both positive and negative. At this time, it is important to stay positive as you transition. Trust yourself. I haven't read this. I didn't even know this was going to say this. Trust yourself and your your perspective. Trust yourself. This is about trusting yourself now. Either you're going to trust you or you're going to trust them. Either you're going to allow them to rage bait you and fear bait you, and you're going to bite on that. I think that's going to unalive people much faster than you trusting yourself and going off on your own journey, right? It says, at this time, it is important to stay positive as you transition. Trust yourself and your angles as you are ancestors, as you overcome obstacles to personal growth. It is a time of affirmative change. Affirmative change. So taking care of your emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being is key, because you are the key. So you have to be right in those areas, right? You have to be fulfilled in those areas. Not right, fulfilled. It says the good news is that this change may happen over time in small increments. Either way, 555 is a warning to prepare so that you can make the best of this extremely energetic time to harness the powers of transformative vibration. So not only is something happening within the world, it's something happening. Not only is there something happening in the world, it's something happening within the world as well, right? That's the true statement, because they said transformative vibration. So what if that is, I don't know, but what if that is, I'm just making a, you know what I'm saying, educational, yes, transformative vibration. It says harness the powers of transformative vibrations. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You remember Marvel and all of those cartoons that they made that was like superheroes and things like that? And they had to get activated. They have to go through a transformative vibration in order for them to, they would disappear and then they would come back. Even though it was fast sometimes, right? Because we're watching a movie, so it's about you may have to leave and then come back. You would have to, for this, you would have to leave and come back because it's going to be extreme. It's going to be an extreme transformative vibration that you're going to go through. And you're going to know when you get there and on your way there. It's going to be painful. It's almost giving me like, and I want you guys to look this up, right? You can look this shit up right now and come back. Well, go look up and see how, or you might even know how owls transform. Go look that shit up because that's what I'm saying. Go look up and see how owls transform like no other bird. Those big, is it an owl? It's an owl, I believe. And where they go and how they go do it. Look that up. That'll give you some idea, and I guarantee you that that's going to take you somewhere else too. Because now you're having a direct connection, a conversation with what's happening, what's going on, and you're looking in a space where you need, you want to know. And this has something to do with your transformative vibration upgrade, right? With connection to sixes, energies. 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. 5 plus 5 plus 5, right? Also reminds us that the best way to keep balanced and maintain perspective is to connect with the universe. As you let go of negativity, both past and present, you can better access the visions that your ancestors are ready to share with you. Chapter 7 will learn how to use the 555 manifestation techniques, which uses this mighty ancestor number for transformative purposes. I ain't even ever read this before. Hold on, because I'm going to have to come back to this. It says major changes coming. And it's nothing to be afraid of. And you remember I told y'all when I had went to the beach. I don't know if I had shared with you guys when it happened, but I went to the beach, and this was the first time that I had went and physically did something that Mother told me to do. And I listened, right? I listened to the voice that I heard within. I knew it was her though. And when I went, I kept hearing, because it's not just, she's like, but it's not just her, y'all. Okay? So she was like, and I went to the beach. I went to the Alameda Beach. Y'all can look the Alameda Beach up. It's beautiful. And it's like right next to Frisco, San Francisco, in the Bay Area. And she was saying, I was hearing her. She was like, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. It was like she was getting me ready to, I feel like it's so crazy, y'all, because like when I think about, I was just talking to somebody and she was talking about grooming, like, you know, somebody grooming somebody. And, you know, you can groom somebody, you know, in a good way, which is teaching them. You know, when you hear grooming, I would have to look it up. I don't know. You know, I don't want to speak on something I don't know, but we were talking about grooming. And if grooming only pertains to that word pertains to someone grooming someone, how they have groomed us and how they've groomed our parents and our parents' parents. But it's our parent. I don't want to blame everything on the system, because we have the choice to step away and to see things for what it really is. If it don't feel right, why are we not answering to our bodies? Why are we not answering to what we know to be right, or to feel wrong, or to feel right? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is wrong and what is right? But we know what doesn't feel right inside. You know what I'm saying? We know when people have done things or said things to us to hurt us, how does that feel, right? How does it, you know what I'm saying? So that's how you make a swift decision. And it's also a chance that you place out there, because you're going to shift the energy and you're going to shift what's going on in whatever capacity that is, that system is, or that person is, or that relationship is. You get what I'm saying? It's going to completely shatter the illusion once you become aware and you shift out of that, because it doesn't feel right, because I felt something and I'm listening to my inner self. Anyways, it says major change is coming. It says pursue positive life choices and habits on a day-to-day basis. It says meditate or practice yoga for increased mindfulness. Wow. Rework your schedule to maintain a better balance of work and rest. Speak and write positivity into your life with meaningful intentions, sentences, right? Okay, I'm gonna close that. So fives are significant. You can always go look it up. And yeah, I just was seeing something about you being the guide. You know, you are the guide to your family, you know, and they might not be following you. They may not all be following, whatever the case may be. But just know that you keep going, you keep pursuing the things that's being shown to you. You as the creator now, you know, you as the head honcho, you know, it's not to be, you know, I don't know. I'm going to pull a couple cards and see. All I know is my nose is off the hook, but it's all good. That's all I know. Okay? Off the hook. Booger sugar. And I don't do that booger sugar. I'm gonna get the book. I'm gonna get the show for y'all. I got y'all. I just gotta think of it. Well, yeah, and y'all could look up the movie with Elvis Presley show. It's not even a movie. I believe it's a show. It's a show. The show with Elvis Presley. I'll just find it for y'all. Don't worry about it. But you can look it up in some type of kind of way like that, because you ain't gonna know. So May is significant, okay? What other messages do you have for the collective? My nose. Y'all, my nose would not be itching though. And it be really making me so much. It make me laugh, because how the more and more you unlock these different chakras and the messages that come through, and you be channeling, and it affect different body parts. Like something might go, like earlier when first of all, that was an attack. That was a straight attack, right? When I had went, my whole ear had like something had, y'all know what I'm talking about, don't y'all? Like when it rarely happened. I think the last time it happened was like 2 or 3 years ago. But it's like, but I feel like that's from radiation. Like, I feel like that's like a shock wave that they send out to fuck, I can see the shit. They send that shock wave out. So if you ever have gotten that where your ear go ding, that loud ass noise, it's a shock wave that they send out, and it hit everybody. It goes so far, but it goes pretty far. And they do it because it fractures the energies around. It opens up. If it's the portal open, it'll open the portal up more, or it can even open up a portal if it's a parasite. I feel like it could do so many different things. It could scramble your mind where you like, but it's a reason why they do that though. So that happened today. I mean, it happened yesterday on the 23rd. Oh, y'all, look it, and that's another thing too. Ain't it a trip how I channeled this, right? And yesterday was the 23rd, even though it's August 23rd. I don't know what day Elvis Presley's birthday is, but I know he was 23 when he married her, and yesterday was the 23rd. And today is the 24th, and her birthday is May 24th. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, bro, it ain't. people be thinking it's hard to. Now, I ain't gonna say the shit. It ain't easy being easy, right? But especially when you getting your body right. Ooh, you getting your body right. That's sacrifice. I had to step away from everything. Y'all won't see me probably for a whole month. If that's what I'm finna do, I'm gonna have to. I gotta go. I gotta go focus on that. Let me see. I'm just running my mouth. Ooh, the Queen of Cups. Don't you want to be pretty? You're already pretty. I said, what did I say? Piscean energy, the water element, 6996, the Queen of Cups. Who are you? A warrior of the divine, a beautiful warrior of the divine. I'm hearing get it right, get it tight. They said you fluctuate, so you'll be able to operate in a new schedule. Like you can do it. Like you can operate in a new schedule. Something about running too. I'm seeing somebody run. Like maybe you may not do it now, but that's something that you're good at. Like that's something that you once found pleasure in, running. You have some hierarchies that wants to, or that's been, they want to communicate with you. They have tried to communicate with you, because you have to understand that we are under constant evaluation, because they're very intelligent beings and things of that nature. The higher the realms go, they know things about us that we don't know about ourselves and things of that nature. But sometimes they watch and because they're not sure how we're going to respond to certain things that they put there, because you get what I'm saying? So they're very careful with certain souls because they don't want to fracture the mind. Like the mind is so sensitive. The mind is so complex as well. So they're playing around in your energy, just placing things in certain spaces, like how they gave me this. You can't tell me that this is not something. Like nobody can convince me otherwise. Like I trust me. I trust what I do. I trust that I trust what it is that I'm connecting with. I trust all of that. You get what I'm saying? Hey, how you doing, Chosen? And I feel like this season is about trusting yourself and trusting your inner knowing. It really is. And that's going to even lift that vibration. That when I read that in the book with 555, that's a different kind of vibration. That's a very powerful vibration. Like nothing can get through that vibration. That 555 vibration that I seen. And that's like a direct connection, contact with these beings, you guys. They're beautiful. They're beautiful, y'all. But we need to be ready, because we're going to be moving with them. We're going to move with them. And we're going to be able to do the things that they do, because we can do the things that they do. We can. And they want us to see it. And we made that promise to ourselves that we will see it this time, in this space. Like, they like, y'all be tripping off the wrong shit, man. That's what they like. Damn, like, but they don't get frustrated how we do. So they get it. They know they get it. Like when somebody truly gets you, it's like, let me go on this adventure then, because these people out here, they'll say they get you and got you, but they just trying to sit next to you so that they can snake you, or so they can do some weird shit or say some. They not really, because anybody that's really on their shit ain't with nobody. You ain't got no friends, really. You ain't really got nobody that you sitting on the phone talking with. And you might be sitting on if you ain't got shit to do, you probably sitting up watching educational videos and doing shit like that, or just really spending time by yourself. But you ain't really, like, you know what I'm saying? You might even mentally, gaze off into some shit but you won't stay there for too long. You ain't thinking about no relationship, no marriage, no none of that shit. It's like, cause that shit, everything that you attract, you're an attraction. Where do you think they come up with museums? The attraction is what's in the museum. And 9 times, typically they put you in the museum. They put in your your ancestors, your artifacts in the museum. The show always been about you. You've always been the main character. And for somebody to come in and intentionally infect you, you should feel some type of kind of way about that. Because it's not about beating the system. It's not about winning or anything. What it's about is regaining consciousness. Being able to stand and firmly stand and be aware of what the hell is going on around you. And if you are aware, look at that. It says the Ace of Pentacles, right? You see how he got his hand out? And I was talking about the museum and how they bring and take everything. Like, with this Ace of Pentacles, you got this cup. I feel like this Ace of Pentacles represents the hand that I was speaking of on them wanting that message to, they've been trying to get that message to you. They've been trying to, you know what I'm saying? Just put certain things in certain places, like, look at you. And it's not dangling no carrot or anything. It's like, look at, but they've been helping you heal. They've been helping you, just sitting things here and there. You get what I'm saying? To help you be able to fully understand, you know, these different feelings and experiences, and because you have to fully grasp it. The unraveling of, you know what I'm saying? It's the unraveling of things, because it was destined to free you. Your destination was to become free. Again, and then I'm not talking about, like, I'm talking about free from being intertwined in this mess that was created. And standing, I've always felt like I didn't want to stand with people. Like I said, okay, once I got on this shit, I was like, man, I said, I don't want to be attached to nobody. Like, I love to work with people. I love to come together with people, but why can't we all stand in our own power? Like, why I gotta be attached to this person and that person and have these, and the attachments were toxic. The attachments were things that happened in the bloodline that never was cured. That was never, that was never healed, and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? These habits that actually corrupted the bloodline and got us underneath the manipulation. You know what I'm saying? Because it was brought to us because we didn't know nothing about alcohol. We didn't know nothing about no. We had natural herbs. I feel like that's where, as women, and young men, that may have more feminine energy in them, being naive. Being naive. It's not a bad thing, but it's unsafe. It's unhealthy after experiencing being naive, and basically being RAP. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like that happened to everybody, but that can happen in so many different ways where a person can take from you, take something that's yours and make you feel unfulfilled. You get what I'm saying? Or discomfort inside. Because you yourself, and when we talk about RAP, like, somebody doing something, when we talk about that, I even look at the mind being like that, like somebody doing that to your mind. You know what I'm saying? It's a very subtle take. And it's like, damn. And it could be something physical, but mental as well. And some people never come back from that. And they be like, that happened to, and what? Because some people's minds are fragile, and they know that. And that's why the mind has always been an attack on the mind. And if they can't, your strength is your strength. If they can't attack the mind, then they want to hit the reset button. If they see the people getting too wise or too, you know what I'm saying, people are waking up, and this is keep happening, but it won't. This is the last time. They ain't pressing nothing. It's not. It's nothing that they can do. They've already did everything that they didn't put all they move so fast. Boy, I can't wait till shit really hit the fan and this shit, and we really can say some shit and play some shit and play the hand. Cause it's some hands that's being played. It's some shit. It's some shit that's happening behind the scenes. And we just need to get ourselves ready. Get ourselves together what the message was. We don't need to worry about none of that other because it's already taken care of. That's just what it is. Mama said, don't worry about nothing. Don't worry your pretty little head. Get your stomachs right, she said. Get your stomachs right. The King of Pentacles. She said, get your stomachs right. All right? She said, get your weight up. Beautify yourself. That's what they don't want. They don't want you to be healthy. Get them parasites out of you. Invest in yourself. Start creating the content that you need to create. Start writing that book that you need to write. Don't tell no one. She said tell no one what you do. For the enemy is close and they lurk. And as you grow in this new way of life, you will gain access to tools on how to create protection in certain spaces and things like that. That'll be a part of your ministry. Because you've already, it's already written. Twin flame. This is you. This is you. This is the balance of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. That's your twin. Intuitive Kev. That's your twin. You becoming one within yourself with your twin. Your divine, your feminine and your masculine coming together in all your shadows. And whatever shadow need to be called to the front line, it is now mature. It has that shadow that was shattered. When it becomes healed, or if it is healed, now that shadow can become a front line, could come out on the front line and operate as the shadow it was supposed to. That it was always a whole shadow that cannot be topped by no man, by no man's artifacts or toys that they've created to fracture it. It can't touch the shadows. Those shadows belong to you. Those shadows was meant to protect you, but along the way they got distorted. Along the way, the physical body got distorted with these shots, with all of these different things, all of these different, the food. I mean, everything is that's why they've been telling you to fast. They've been telling you to fast. I know they have. So they've been telling me to fast. Get these parasites out of you. Because the parasites come from them. And the parasites have their DNA in it. So they're able to attach onto your nervous system and tell you what to do and how to do things. And they have so many different parasites, thousands of them. They now have them in the air at a rate and at an extent that will disgust you. You wouldn't even want to go outside. But we got to still live life, right? You wouldn't even want your kids outside going to school and shit. It's really in the food at the schools with the kids. But what was the first thing that Trump said? What was the first thing that Trump said, y'all, when he became president? He had to. He didn't have no choice but to. This one, you knew Mama was right there. Mama, and he knows. What was the first thing that he said? And it was crazy because I don't even watch politics and politicians and shit. I'm not saying that I never have, but I just ain't never been into none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of them, I have. Because it's some pretty, the information I be channeling too when I be watching them sometimes. But that motherfucker said, look, if you take your kids out these schools, he had to say that. He had to relinquish the kids. He had to, but you had to catch that shit. He said, you take your kids out these schools. He didn't say they was bad schools. He didn't talk down on them because he worked. for the man who created the school. They the one who wrote the whole curriculum backwards. That's not the way you learn. Fuck, you sit there and remember some shit and come on, when we supposed to be remembering who we are. That's some backwards ass shit, right? He said, if you take your kids out of school and you put them in homeschooling, you can get an additional, look this shit up. He said you would get an additional, I think he said 10,000. That's not true. Because I took my daughter out immediately. But I already was on that, like, you feel me? But when he said that, I'm like 10 bands. But I feel like the person that I deal with, like, he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. So we gonna see next year. You know what I'm saying? But he was just like, yeah, that he would give you additional money if you homeschool your kids. So that was him. That was supposed to be a piece, but that was but it's like nobody, it went over people's head. The school was work with child protective custody. They got, I know for a fact, there's not one school that don't have chambers underneath the school where they take kids in and out of. And mainly it's the kids that's in group homes. Kids that won't be marked. Kids that did the same way with prisons. Just like they have chiefs. They got chiefs that's supposed to be on the land. And they have the ability to take us to new land where it's clean and clear, and they don't know, these motherfuckers don't know where it's at. They won't ever be able to make it there. And they got them locked up with no numbers. You can't even find them. They know exactly what they be doing. Ooh, she mad. Let me see. She mad. But she gonna handle things. You know, she really, she been shaking her head. She been shaking, she been getting ready. She been shaking off shit. Look at, what I say, she, the fool, zero. What zero talk about? Transformation, beginnings, new beginnings. The beginning of something new, a new era, a new way of living, a new life. Graceful, with grace. Ooh, remember Priscilla named Elvis Presley home, which is a museum now, Graceland? Where are you on your way to? That's what we need to be asking ourselves. Where are we on our way to? Something about Gemini too, Gemini season, or you could be a Gemini. But Gemini also talks about balance because that's like the twin sign. Oh, wow, because Gemini is the twins. Wow, y'all. She never disappoints. She's like, disappoint for what? How can I? How can I leave my kids behind? Why would I leave my daughters and sons behind? Look at this. It says emotional manipulator and a downright. Emotional. Nobody can come in and emotionally manipulate you anymore because you've reached a level of, I don't know, I was hearing this word, y'all, and I could not spell that word for shit in my, I ain't gonna lie. It was promiscuity or promiscuity or something. If anybody know what that means, put it in the chats. Or if you can spell the word. I'm probably not even saying it right. But emotional manipulation, you out of that. And also emotional manipulation of triggering. You being triggered. All of them triggers was connected to a heart that chose to be closed off, a heart that chose not to heal. You have to do deep inner work, or you're in the process of doing deep inner work, like deep inner, like you're in there, like, you know what I'm saying? And you could be spending a lot of time by yourself. And Spirit is like, look, I'm gonna need you to have fun with this. I'm gonna need you to still be of the world. Be in the world, but not of the world. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna still need you to have an experience. It's not pomegranate. No, not pomegranate. I know the fruit. Yeah, pomegranate or something like that. No, not the fruit. Yeah, I was picked. It's crazy you said that too, because like I think like was that like 3 readings ago, pomegranates that came up and somebody had put it in there. It's a spiritual meaning to that too, but yeah, Y'all might have to go back and put this on repeat because this is a banger right here. And then y'all, when I was, yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing about her. But Presley, it's that movie, 1945 is when the Holocaust hit. Go look it up. Go put Holocaust in. She was born May 24th, 1945. She was married when she was 14, 5. She married him, he was 23, 5. That's just like, you feel me? Let me get it. And then 1013 came out. So 13 is significant. Somebody's birthday could be August 13th or May 13th or September 13th. It's every 13th of the month if your birthday is on that day. I'm talking about every month. And then the 13th month, which I don't know what the 13th month is. I feel like it's in there somewhere. But I don't think we really know how old we are. Because I feel like it's like they did stuff so fast. Oh, maybe that's how their brains work, y'all. Their minds work like that. Their minds work. And that's why mother is patient. And then her energy, the divine feminine energy is very patient. And it's very patient. And so that's like in itself, like, you know what I'm saying? Cause envy and jealousy, you know, because of your, because of your, it's kind of like I'm seeing like your graceful energy that you have. So your experience in this world has been retarded to others. It's retarded to others. You know what I'm saying? Like to others, it's like, what is she doing? It's like, or what is he doing? Like you're always having to be doing something, or what's wrong? Like those are the type of kind of energies that you get from people. You get what I'm saying? Because of your patience that you have with the disrespect, and you feel it, you see it, but you have to glide through it sometimes in essence and in grace, because you're not holding it against them. You're really not, you know, focused so much on them. You focused on more of what you're feeling is going on around you. And you remember Intuitive Kev came out. And you see all these different things happening behind him. We got the sun, and then you got Saturn. You get what I'm saying? So, and they've been talking a lot about Saturn, CERN, and all these different things. And you're picking up on all of these different things. And they like, okay, well, I need to provoke you now. And you know what them provoking, because they didn't try to provoke you like that last year. But this year, at this space right now, it ain't even about the year. They're provoking, because if they can get you out of this graceful energy, and to misuse the fire that's been placed within you, that's always been in you. If you misuse that fire, it doesn't matter if somebody else caused you to put a flame to something that you were supposed to be able to, like you've been able to get through all of this, but then this happened. It's almost like you have to stay grounded. You have to stay in a state of, it's like where you've been at. It's like any more than now, your strength is needed, and you facilitating all your functions. You get what I'm saying, y'all? And it's like, I want to tell y'all a secret so bad. So I'm just gonna tell y'all. So y'all got the ability. I said it earlier. I just want to, and so I said it early, kind of, to like, you may look young. Let's say that you may look very young, right? Your process, the process. You don't have the same. You don't live in the same fluctuations as others. Regardless to if you're from here or somewhere else, it doesn't matter. That I feel like that's favor. That's favor, to be able to take time and get things done, and not, because that's how they do. They have to. They rush, and they you feel me? And they didn't went They didn't, you know how you don't got no more moves? Your hands is tied? That's them. But that could never be you. And this is what caused people to want to nitpick. This is why people always, and it's the seas, it's the ocean. That's her. She push them out. She get them away from you. She get them gone. You don't even have to do nothing. All you have to do is step up the ladder, step up the stair. You step up the stair, they don't have no access to that next stair because they can't even live in that frequency. They can't even live in that, like how when they go down to the ocean, they can only go down so far because then their equipment start busting. They can't go way down to the motherfucking ocean. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. It's places that they cannot go that they say they can go. And they be in a fucking odd aquarium somewhere making us believe that they there. Like they got that type of kind of power. They got that type of kind of strength. They ain't got all that. They ain't got all that. Although they are sea creatures, but it's places that they can't go, that they can't touch because she said no. And when she says no, no means fucking no. You see how everything goes back to, you see? You a space traveler, whoever you are. That's what I'm seeing. Powerful, powerful, powerful energy. Pisces gang here. 2X Sun and Venus. Let me pull 2 more cards, y'all. Let me see. On all these cards, I'll pull 2 more from, where my other cards go? Oh, I'm about to say to my grandson, touching my stuff. Yeah, Piscean energy is significant. Even like the sea, like, they're not all sea creatures, but they can't go it. They be lying, bro. And that's when, have y'all ever ran across a liar? Like somebody, it's like, why are you lying? You know they lying. And then at some point it get to like, some people just learn to accept it and live with it. But some people be like, I can't stand a liar. I don't know motherfucker around me lying. And I know you lying. It's like you, damn, that's crazy. It's like you going against yourself and you, what's the word I'm looking for? It's almost like you're, you know how you'll make a promise to yourself and then you go back on it and it's like I can't even think of the word. That's how I know this reading is over with. But it's almost like they're talking about technology. But it's like you become disappointed in yourself and you start lowering yourself beneath them because the liar is in this energy. It's in the frequency. You're in the frequency with it, but yours go lower because it's crazy. And it affects you more because you could pick up on everything. But the reason why you are beneath this individual, because first of all, this individual already feel like you're beneath them because they think that they're smart as hell. And they feel like they lying to you, but they really only lying to their fucking self. You just ain't saying nothing. Or you may say something here and then the conversation goes in a fucking circle. So you like, well, just fuck it. I'll just let it go. And that's what they want. They manipulate this situation and then they start playing around with words and going from one circle to another circle. They hopping in and out of different shit. You get what I'm saying? That's what that system is, confusion. And that's what makes you beneath them and you feel that. And when you feel that, it lowers your frequency and whatever is attached to them or whatever wants to attach to you is able to attach to you. Okay. And this is where resentment come in at. This is where grudges come in at. This is where anger come in at. And it's all inside of you. It's all inside of you. Now they done got inside of you, right? That's a parasitical. That's a parasite too as well. That probably was just my glasses. Did y'all see that? Anyway, so, okay. What time is it? It's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock. What other messages do you have? Finances, blockages, okay? Remember earlier, y'all, I had That thing on your head is ridiculous. Thank you. Okay, so let's see. It says attachments, toxic cords, negative karmic energies, bad habits. I want y'all to see what came out. We're going to clear this up, and then we're going to get up out of here. Light team, I can't make it up. Taurus energy, Virgo, earth signs. Okay, you could be an Aquarius as well. I'm picking up on Aquarius, strong. Air, element. Really all elements. Piscean, Venus. So colors green, yellow, orange. Copper is significant, okay? You can work very well with copper right now. Lots of pennies. It could be that because we know for sure that's copper. So maybe going to get like a $50 in pennies and working with that, keeping that close to you could be significant. Okay, the earth sign it says patience, patient and reliable, warm-hearted and loving, persistent and determined, what's this? Placid? I don't know what the fuck that says. Placid, placid and security loving. And it says jealous and possessive, resentful and inflexible. But see, your energy is at the top. Okay, somebody's birthday between April 21st or May 20th. Yeah, your energy at the top. But these individuals that you come in contact with or that you have came in contact with, jealousy, I said that, and possessive, they want to possess your heart. They want to harness your light. They don't want you to have it. Like when you get into relationships and shit, like the relationships that y'all done had in the past, y'all ain't feel like a motherfucker just was looking at you like they wanted to suck the life out of you, like suck your air out your vessel and take it with them. If they could just leave you there by the shit that they say or that they do. They don't even got to look like it. They just do shit. It's always something with them. Y'all always getting into it. It's always something, but it's always you. They ain't never took accountability or responsibility. And if they do, they they laugh the shit off like it's funny or it's nothing. And it's like, and it's never no change. God feels impressed through. Thank you, grateful, and appreciate. Look at y'all. After this finance blockage, and you write your degree, your new degree, whatever your past degree was, is you're being called to rewrite it. And this is your finance. This is your earlier I couldn't get the word right. It's not just money. No, it's the thing. I can't think of the word. Attachments, toxic cords, negative karmic energies, bad habits. This is what you are being called to read. Okay, all of these different things, y'all. I really want you guys to see this. And it'll be so easy for you guys to do, I promise you. And it'll be so fulfilling. And I guarantee you, like, if you have any habits, I'm a walking testament, y'all. And I'm still on the road to doing it. I haven't fully, you know what I'm saying? Because I was smaller than this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so and I'm short. So I'm still, and I'm saying that because y'all gonna see me like, I'm on my way because I want to be, you know what I'm saying? We gonna go out with a motherfucker, blast around this motherfucker in every way, okay? But finances also can be, you know, anything that's been blocked since you were a child, anything that you inherited from a grandmother, 4 grades. I'm saying being shown 5 grades. You never met this grandfather or grandmother physically, okay? And so you have gifts that they blocked, that your family members blocked, that other ancestors is on the other side blocked, but they don't no longer have access to you, right? But you have to unblock them, right? And I was talking about this earlier, in writing a new decree. We have to write, y'all. That's why they write. Like some of those hieroglyphics and shit is not are writing, like they underneath ground and they just covered them and built other things and shit like that. But some of them, yeah, is, and they always wrote, y'all. That's how we communicate. We write, because when we write, they're not able to understand the meaning of exactly what it is that we mean by it inside. So that's why writing instead of talking is better. You know what I'm saying? It's better to communicate through letters. That's how they used to communicate, right? They still communicate through letters, y'all. They still got birds that fly from one space to another where they don't use the mail system. They only use the mail system to keep, to keep watch over the things that come through for us, to watch us. Everything was created to keep eyes on us, right? So this right here, look what come out though first. And then look at this, y'all. And that's how I know it's the end. It said light team spirit guides is on it. They own it with you. They're there to support you. Okay? They're there to support you. Forget the naysayers. Forget what they got with the bullshit. Like, fuck. Them be the motherfuckers that's gonna be going under, sinking. Boat sinking. That ain't got nothing to do with you. We not jumping off no boat to save nobody. We ain't stopping to none of that. If it ain't no daughters and sons, I'm talking about kids involved, I'm gonna keep it pushing. Cause you don't know, I'm cool. We've all been being warned. This is a warning for all of us to get ready. And it's not a negative. It's not just bad. Like they said in the books that it could be a negative or a positive thing. It's going to be from your higher self. It says, what are you trying to control? Maybe it's time to let go. Let love move through you today and trust the outcome will be for your highest good. It says, remind yourself all day long that you are safe, that life is happening for you, and that you are not alone. Then do some yoga. Didn't 555 say something about yoga? They've been telling me to do yoga for a while. So I used to be in this program, y'all, and like I lived there. And I think I was probably there for like a month or two. Y'all, mind you, you can't bring food in. So you only could eat their food. And they had pretty good food. It was a really good program. And I ended up leaving just because I wanted to. Like, you know, I just wanted to get the program. I don't know. Just being deviant. I should have stayed. I don't know. But I did whatever happened. But I was up in there. And, yo, when I tell you the channeling was crazy, yo. Because I couldn't eat nothing outside. So I really wasn't eating their food. Sometimes I would eat. Sometimes I wouldn't eat. I couldn't leave for 30 days. So I was on a 30-day fucking fast, basically. I had got hella small. I'm going to post some pictures so y'all can see. And I'll put on there something so y'all can know that it was around that time. I was looking bad, y'all. And so I was healthy, y'all. I was feel light as a feather. But my point in saying that is, why was I saying that? When I was in there, yeah, I would play, because I play around with energy, y'all. I like to play with the energy. And I feel like playing with the energy basically is me communicating with my ancestors. You get what I'm saying? And it's fun. Like, they funny, they very witty, very, you feel me? So I'll be like, I'll do something like, okay, they finna hit the corner. It'll be somebody specific. And they finna hit the corner, and then I'll sit there and wait, and the person to hit the corner. I mean, like, what the fuck? But this was like, I was like at my healthiest, like, and I hadn't been like that in so long. This was like 2-3 years ago. But I'm just giving y'all, you know, sometimes we be having to check into some shit. To get away, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. You feel me? Pack the clothes. It's time to go. I gotta get myself together. Thank you, grateful and appreciate. For sure, 33, it's all good. You go over there working with that ascended master number, huh? Mystic, it says, what you are able to see in another is only visible because it is within you, ready to be brought out. Shine light on this feeling of not enough and see the truth. All that you need and want is within you. Today, stop comparing and start creating. Oh, wow, that was enough. It says, what keeps you up at night? What makes you cringe when you think about it? Such that every ounce of you screams no more. Where can you create purpose out of your pain? Make a difference in someone's life today, big or small, because all of it makes a difference, right? So you guys could be called to do some community work in some kind of form. It don't matter, and it doesn't mean that you have to, get how can I say it? That doesn't mean that you have to make a commitment to an organization. It's a commitment to yourself. Okay. It says you are on the edge of something great. Can you feel it? Yes. There is risk, uncertainty, and imperfections ahead. Failure is certain, and vulnerability is a requirement. You must be brave and trust yourself more than ever before. You will reach the dream, but you must stretch yourself into a whole new level of belief. of knowing, right? And willingness in order to move forward with courage. It says, be brave, follow your heart's compass. We've been talking about compasses for the past couple of months. You are the compass, okay? And lift the lid on your own dreams. Today's mantra is possible. It's always been possible. It's in you, it ain't on you. Focus on you. Instead of filling yourself up with busy work and things to do, create more sacred space in your schedule, in your home, your mind, your lungs, and in your heart. Take time to just be. It says, do not clutter detox. Do not clutter detox of your schedule, home, and innermost self. Make space, clarity will come. I just was just saying that when I went to that place. I didn't have no choice because I had to abide by their rules. But I put myself there. I placed myself there. You know what I'm saying? And it was phenomenal. The writing, the everything was just so clear. You know what I'm saying? It took 30 days though. It took 30 days for me to get there. You know what I'm saying? For me to my mind to get out from out in the world. For my mind to just be, you know what I'm saying? And I was willing to, it was uncomfortable. You know, I went through all those different stages, but I ended up being okay. Ultimately, you know what I'm saying? I end up knowing that I can do it. And sometimes we have to place ourselves instead of, I would rather place myself in an uncomfortable conditions than it happened to me and I don't have no control over it at all. It wasn't a choice. It just happened. And I feel like that's what this region is about because shit is just happening. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, it don't matter how tapped in you are. If you tapped in a little bit, you tapped in. You in. So you getting something, to know something, to get to put ground in front of you for your next step, to put a step in front of you for your next step. You don't have to go in the way of man. You don't have to go in the way of whatever it is happened to you or made you feel a certain way. You get what I'm saying? Use this fire. Do not abuse this fire. This fire comes from a space where it was taken and it was harnessed. But now we have it and we don't know how to use it. So we are getting chances. We are, but a lot of us have been through so much. Mama like, look it, man, you done got your ass whooped and it wasn't even me whooping your ass. It was the world whooping your ass. It was them that was after you. You gonna go back to them? You gonna flock back to them? You gonna allow them to come and put devastation in your life and in your head and in your mind when I told you you were free? It ain't no peace treaty with these motherfuckers. Yeah, use them and do what you gotta do and get the fuck out. If you gotta go back in, just make sure you're able to get back out. Make sure you got a way. Keep it to yourself. I guess this is a secret society around this motherfucker, so we need to move how these motherfuckers move. You know what I'm saying? Instead of fulfilling yourself up with busy work and things to do, create more sacred space in your schedule. Wait, that's the same card. Yeah, they want, yes. I'm going to pull one more and I'm going to let y'all go. I appreciate you guys for coming to Ashley's Tribe to Wealth. I love all of you guys. You feel me? I love who love me. You know what I'm saying? And everybody is going to be prosperous. That's the word I was looking for. Prosperous and successful, okay? I'm speaking that into existence, okay? For those who accept it, for those who are open to it and ready to move forward on no matter what, on whatever, and get ready for whatever is to come because there are great things coming. We're not going to think about the negative. I'm not going to hold you because whatever going to come. The only thing, I ain't going to even say nothing. Our body speaks to us through physical pain or discomfort. Our body sends messages for us to look more deeply. See the trapped emotions, the lurking fears, and beliefs that limit you. Listen to your physical body and you will be led to the source of your pain. It's time to get your healing on. Y'all, I don't got allergies. I do not got allergies. Get the book Heal Your Body by Louis L. Hay and find answers toward which your body is guiding you. I have to find this movie for y'all. I will post this movie today. I will find it. I take this shit very serious, what I do. I do not do it for no money. I do not do it for the likes. I do not do it for exposure. I do this shit because this is what I do. This is my happy space. You know what I'm saying? The book is called Heal Your Body by Louis L. Hay. And, you know, this message, all my messages is different. You know, they're all unique. And everybody channel differently. I don't hate on nobody. I ain't got hate for nobody. I'm operating in love. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I do be moving fast and shit. But this ain't the time to be moving fast. Because these other motherfuckers is moving real stupid. And you don't want to wreck. You want to sit back and watch all the wrecks and the fires that's taking place. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to be a part of it. And if you don't want to be a part of it, then you need to learn how to be still. Sit your ass down somewhere. Make your load lighter. How do you do that? I don't know what your life is. Make it lighter. By releasing whatever toxins is in your body. By releasing whatever emotional trauma that you have connected to somebody that probably ain't even here no more, or that you had no control over not being here. And whatever took place, and you standing here, and it's just you. And that's what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Just you being able to operate and flow. Not in a state of misery, though. Because that's the performances. That's what the performances is made for. All the performances that's set before you is to bring you back into misery. Because that's all it is. You not being balanced, and being who you truly are, intuitive Kev. You intuitive, baby. You are who you are. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. You're not playing with these. You're not playing with these fools no more. Like, you already know what it is. It's like, damn, you feel me? I ain't even lonely no more because I can't even fathom feeling alone. I would rather be alone because it's so much that I need to do. It's so much that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And the main thing, and I'm gonna let y'all go. And what I really want to do is I want to repipe my system, because it was the plugged up system is corroded and it no longer works, and those pipes is old. I need new pipes. And so these new pipes that I'm gonna use, right? These new pipes are gonna create non-friction. It's going to clear the water. It's gonna clear the water, because remember back in the day, it's like hundreds of years ago, they used copper in the homes. But the copper was keeping us healed. The copper was taking the all of the different things out and stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? They was using copper for the pools and copper for this and this and the things that healed us and stuff. Like, they don't do that no more. And what I mean by that, symbolically, I'm talking about your spiritual structure as well, your physical structure as well. You have to clean the pipes out. You have to realign everything. Now everything is being called to be taken out. Everything. So that's where the fire should be being used. Your fire should be being used on you. And once you learn how to use your fire on you without self-destruction mentally, without frying your fucking brain, because you could do that by overthinking, fear, thinking that you got to have something done at a certain time when we don't even live in time. Not us. They do, but we don't. Take your time, mama. Mama said take your time. And I'm talking to the divine feminine. Take your time, baby. Because he ain't coming no faster or no slower than you getting your shit together. They be damned if they allow anybody to come in while you getting it together and see your potion, your creation, and how it was created. Because people just so iffy. And so, you know what I'm saying? First, you first and foremost are the most important thing to the universe, and the universe making sure that what you came here to happen, that it happens, that it actually happens. Because joy, authenticity, all of those things are operating in your child environment, and the environment that you've created for the inner child. It's like she has to see these dreams come true. He has to see them through. Boy. Anyways, so yeah, y'all. I'm not scared, y'all. They be all everywhere. They be everywhere. They be everywhere. I don't know what y'all don't be seeing. I'm gonna show you guys because you can't see it right now, but I'm gonna show y'all. They be here. I see dead people. Ain't nothing wrong with it, right? Okay. All right, you guys. I love you guys. I'll see you guys later, and have a great day. And it's 5:21 in the morning, and we did this in perfect timing, man. Yeah. Know that when you come over here, you are on a divine line, okay? So when you go out, you are protected, and as you came in, you are protected. And listen, y'all. You guys, I don't call it praying, but you guys most definitely, we are connected. For those that we really connected, like, I don't care how tapped in you is. You tapped in, you tapped in. It don't matter how much. As long as you in, you in. You could continue to grow. You could continue to thrive. You can continue to prosper. You know what I'm saying? Don't be hard on yourself. Don't let this world make things hard on you. You make it easy. I don't give a fuck what you got to do. Y'all need me to get on here and get y'all some game on how to you fuck the system? Let me shut the fuck up. These motherfuckers. Now, I'm not gonna. Yeah, fuck the system. They been fucking us. I ain't doing nothing illegal. You know what I'm saying? I just know how to. You know what I'm saying? I know how to use my motherfucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? Go up in there, you motherfucker. You say I'm crazy, right? You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all in a minute. Have a nice rest of you guys' day. Bye. I didn't mean to say bye. I'll see you guys later today or tomorrow. I'm not sure. See you guys later.